Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I'm back. NBA 2K25 has been out for basically the entire year. We're basically through the entire 2K25 cycle, and 2K26 is right around the corner. We only have about a month and a couple more days until 2K26 comes. But I know a lot of y'all still got VC left over, or a lot of y'all probably not gonna buy 2K26. So I thought, hey, why not just drop a top 3 center build video? And I'm about to drop my top 10 build video for y'all. So hey, y'all could subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications, because when I drop that, I'm gonna have a whole ton of good builds in there for y'all if y'all don't feel like moving on to 2K26. But look, man, with all that being said, let's get right into this banger.
We don't care.
Alright, so when it comes to the top 3 center builds on NBA 2K25, first off, I want y'all to check out the community build tab, because hey, maybe if y'all don't like none of the 3 builds that I have in this video, there might be a good creator that might have dropped a tough build. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, go ahead and check out the, you know what I'm saying, community build tab. They got some good power fours in here, some good centers, you feel me? So if my center builds in this video don't fit your playstyle, maybe y'all can check that out, you feel me? But look, man, for the first center in this video, bro, this is more of my board beast, devious type of build that also has a version that can shoot, but it's more inside oriented. You know what I'm saying? If you're a center, play twos, you got a teammate that's L2 cheesing or something like that, or you just want to get all of the boards in general, this is going to be the build for y'all. And also, it's not an offensive liability. You can also score, you feel me? So the way I'm going to set it up, y'all gonna be going crazy, you feel me? But anyway, for the height, this is not really a center that I normally put out, but what you want to do is go 7'3", and for the weight I want to go 268 pounds. Again, this is a board beast demon. This is my board beast build that I never really dropped, but hey, y'all getting the build now. My bad, I know I waited all year long, my fault. Anyway, for the wingspan, y'all want to go 8 feet wingspan. There is 2 ways you can set up this center. One, obviously, with more driving on, more finishing stats, and another one with shooting, so you don't be a complete shooting liability, especially with rhythm shooting and how easy it is to rhythm shoot in this game. I'm not gonna lie, shooting on this game is not that hard, like at all, especially if you're shooting wide open. But anyway, to start off this build, obviously this is a board beast demon type of build. First off, again, if you have no cap breakers in this game, or if you only have like 5 or 6 cap breakers, this is how y'all want to set it up. First off, you want to have your defensive rebound at 96, or your offensive rebound at 96, whichever one you feel, you know, more comfortable with having at 99 whenever you get your first 5 cap breakers, or if you only have 5 to 6 or 7 cap breakers. I'm gonna show you how to set it up with like 10, 15, 20 cap breakers, so don't even worry about that. But look, man, for the people that have no cap breakers, or only have about 5 cap breakers, this is how y'all want to set it up. I personally went with the 96 D board. 99 O board is still really good, but you're really not going to need it if you have 99 D board. So, you know, it is what it is. You're still going to have legendary rebound chaser regardless, so you're going to be grabbing all of the board. And there's basically going to be no one left to stop you. And for the strength on this build, again, we are 7'3". Yes, we are 7'3", 268 pounds, but there is a lot of people in this game that make very strange builds. Trust me, bro, it's kind of crazy. But look, for y'all strength, you want to go 93 strength off the rip. Now I know why not go 95? Chill, calm down. Like I said, you have your first 5 cap breakers. Most players on this game only have about like 5, 6 cap breakers, or some of y'all only have like 3 from hitting level 40 3 times. But what you want to do is you want to put 3 cap breakers towards your defensive rebound or offensive rebound, wherever you decide to put it at, and then put your last 2 on your strength. Or if you have 6 cap breakers, obviously you can drop your strength to 92, and you know what I'm saying, do it vice versa, so on and so, of course. And this way you're going to have 95 strength plus whichever one you want at 99 off the rip, of course. You're going to be very devious this way. And obviously with us upgrading our strength to 93, our interior is also extremely high, so we might as well just max it all the way out to exactly 93, which gives us Hall of Fame post lockdown. You know what I'm saying? We're already at 90 strength. We might as well just go for the rest of the requirements. So go for the 93 interior defense, which is going to make the build very devious. Basically, no one's going to be able to score on you in the paint, even though they already can't, because you're 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan, which is pretty ridiculous in the first place. But anyway, bro, for y'all block, you want to go with an 84 block. You really don't need anything higher as a 7'3". You're literally 7'3". But one thing I want to say, if you don't care about having 93 interior, which you really don't, really realistically need. You can run with the 90 and then push up your perimeter defense to exactly 55, even though it's not really going to change much at all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just want to, go ahead. Anyway, if y'all speed, you want to go ahead and max out your speed to exactly 45. The 46 speed compared to 45 is basically no different. Same thing for y'all agility. Go ahead and max this all the way out to 35. 36, 37 agility is not really going to make any difference either. For y'all vertical, you want to go ahead and max this all the way out. This is going to give us silver area wizard, so you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, go for lives and things of that nature. And you'll be able to get a lot more boards. Sadly, at 7'3", we are not able to push our vertical past, I'm pretty sure it's 70, or it's going to completely kill our strength and our rebounding, so there's really no reason of doing that. For your passing accuracy, again, you're only passing the ball. Now, obviously, if you're looking to play rec a lot, you're probably going to want to go with that 87 passing accuracy if you're going to be doing a lot of outlet passes. But if you're not going to be playing rec a lot, just go ahead and push it all the way back down to 75. Either way, 75 is still pretty good passing accuracy, but if you're playing in the rec with a 75, you have to pay attention to where you're throwing the ball when you're outlet passing on the court. You feel me? You feel me? You don't want to be just throwing Stevies 24/7. That's kind of crazy. Now, obviously, if you don't care about shooting, you can put a lot of points towards your standing dunk. I'm pretty sure you can get like a 90 standing dunk. Yes, you can get 90 standing dunk and go crazy with the 90 standing dunk, which is pretty tough. But I decided to go with an 81 standing dunk and a 70, yes, a 73 ball on this build, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, 73 ball plus a 60 midi. With rhythm shooting, you're still pretty much going to be able to make the shots almost every time if you're wide open, if you know how to time your jump shots on 70. Now, it is pretty hard to find a really good and reliable jump shot, but I'm pretty sure if you search through YouTube, you'll find one with like a 73 ball with no time. Trust me, bro. It's really not going to be the end all be all. And as for your close shot, bro, even though you're 7'3", 8 foot wingspan, you're going to be in a lot of scenarios where this 84, yes, 84 close shot can come in handy for y'all a lot of the times. But if you don't care about close shot at all, which, again, you're 7'3", you're not really going to be missing any, like, literally any close range shots, bro. You can literally just keep this all the way down at, like, 75. Or you can put the points to wherever else. Me, personally, I put it onto my perimeter defense. That's just what I did. And I put the rest onto my steal. I gave myself a 60 steal, and I upgraded the rest of my 3-ball, and I put a little bit to my free throw whenever I go into the rec. And this is how my version of the mad board B center, get boards 24/7 type of center kind of looks like with shooting. But if you don't care about shooting at all, clearly I said this already, you could take down the shooting. And the second version of the center will in fact look like this 90 standing dunk with an 84, yes, 84 close shot. And then obviously you can put the rest of the stats wherever you want to. Me personally, I just threw it all on my passing, and this is pretty much how it looks. This is how I set it up for the 90 standing dunk, if you really care about it. But in my opinion, the first version is just way better. Now, obviously, if you have way more cap breakers on your build, if you have like 10, 15, 20 cap breakers, now this is what y'all gonna want to do. You're gonna want to drop your offensive rebound to 94, and you want to drop your defensive rebound to 94 as well. This way, obviously, if you have 10 cap breakers, you're gonna be able to put +5 onto your offensive rebound and +5 onto your defensive rebound to give y'all both 99 offensive rebound plus 99 defensive rebound, of course. And this way, you'll be able to also get a 99, yes, 99 strength. If you have 15 cap breakers on your build, you'll be able to have 99, 99, 99 with good shooting. And yes, you're going to also have a 90 standing dunk on this build if you have 15 cap breakers. Or if you don't care about, obviously, your standing dunk, you can obviously go ahead and upgrade your, you know what I'm saying, pass accuracy, and you can try to upgrade your standing dunk for as much as you possibly go, but it's really not going to do much for your build. But yeah, this is how you basically want to set it up, depending on how many cap breaks you have. If you have 5, if you have 10, clearly go ahead and put both of these on. If you have 15, 99 strength, and obviously if you have 20 plus, go ahead and get like more passing accuracy. I recommend y'all put y'all passing accuracy at like 84, and then upgrade y'all, you know what I'm saying, standing dunk to like 86, and boom, bam, bow. You'll be able to get the 87 passing accuracy plus the 90 standing dunk, and do whatever y'all want to. Of course, it's y'all build. Y'all know what y'all want to do. Now, for everybody out there that's running this version of the build, for the takeovers, you get Board Beast, Eraser, Great Wall, Grit, Paint Dominance, Intimidator, Physicality, the Commander, and the Still, Wilt the Still, you feel me? And for the shades on this build, you get my boy Vlad, Donovan Klingon, and Zach ED. And for the build name, we do in fact get a defensive anchor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know about this second center build, it is my 4-way big center build that I uploaded about 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, onto YouTube. You feel me? You feel me? I have to put that build into this video. It's only right. It's a top 3 center by far, in my opinion. Which I want to do for the height, I want to go exactly 7 feet. For the weight, I want to go 255, and for the wingspan, I want to go exactly 7'7" wingspan. You feel me? You feel me? Now, this is the 0 cap breaker version of this build. This is obviously for my demons out there that have no cap breakers, or only probably have like 1 cap breaker on y'all build. Basically, what y'all want to do is y'all want to go 90, yes, 90 standing dunk. This way you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, yam on them boys every single play and go stupid. You feel me? For y'all dunk, again, you're not really going to be doing too much with the driver dunk. Go ahead and leave it at exactly 65 for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Close shot, again, we're not really going to be doing much here, so you can literally just leave it at 75 or upgrade to 76, 77, whatever you want to do. For y'all 3 ball, this is a very, very, very important part of this build. This is why this is a build that can basically do every single thing on the court. You feel me? You feel me? You want to have exactly 76. Yes, 76 3 ball, the higher, the better. You feel me? You feel me? And for the mid-range shot, to give you a lot of better jump shots on this build, trust me when I say this, you want to go with the 82 mid-range. Obviously, the higher mid-range rating or 3-point rating you're going to have on your build, the more jump shots that are accessible. So, I know a lot of y'all probably like, why are you upgrading the mid-range to 7 to 80? You could leave it at 78. You don't get no badges from that. Trust me. You're going to be able to make way better jump shots if you go 82 mid-range jump shots. Just a lot better for y'all builds all around, especially if y'all using rhythm shooting. This 76 3 ball is going to be very, very devious. And if you have your max +1, which I'm pretty sure a majority of y'all already have a max +1, but you're going to want to use your max +1 on your set shot specialist to push this to gold. So you basically be able to knock down every single shot on the court. No problem. In my opinion, set shot specialist is the only shooting badge you're possibly going to need. So you want that as high as it can possibly go. Which on this build, highest can go is gold. So use your max +1 on this badge. It just makes the most sense. As for y'all passing accuracy, you want to go with the 87 passing accuracy. Again, if you're going to be playing a lot of rec, which a lot of people play rec on these 7-footers, you feel me? You want to be throwing the ball way down the court as fast as you possibly can. You feel me? You feel me? And this is going to allow y'all to throw them passes down the court. Now, obviously, if you're going to be against someone with like a 99 still, of course, they're still probably going to hawk your passes. But it's going to be a lot better throwing the ball down the court than compared to something like a 75 passing. This is the reason why I'm using 87 passing on this build, because we're playing in all the modes. You feel me? You feel me? We're going to be going stupid. As for the ball handle and spill ball, you don't really need to upgrade this at all. Bro, you're not dribbling on a center. I don't care. I've played on centers with 70 ball handle, 60 ball handle, like 68 spew ball, 70 spew ball, 50 spew. Bro, you don't need it. You're not dribbling on the center. I rarely ever dribble on the center. It's very rare. The only time I dribble on anything close to a center is my power forward, my 7-foot power forward. But even then, bro, it's like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't really need to do that. Only time I'm really doing that is when I'm cooking up on the ISO or something. Like, come on, bro. You really don't dribble on the center. You're never going to dribble on the center. As for your block, again, 84 block is pretty much all you're going to need in this game. 93 block is pretty good as well. But if you're just sitting around in the paint 24/7, which most centers are, you really don't need anything higher than an 84 block. 93 is good. 99 is good, of course. But in my opinion, you might as well just run a 90. The 84, of course. And as for y'all interior defense, in my opinion, just go ahead and put this all the way up to exactly 90. You want to be a very, very devious player in the paint. You feel me? And as for your offensive rebound, this is the build that has basically no cap breakers or only 1 cap breaker. So y'all want to put your offensive rebound all the way up to exactly 96. This is going to give y'all Hall of Fame a rebound chaser off the rip, so you'll be able to grab all of the boards, of course. And for our D board, we're going to upgrade this all the way up to exactly 90, so that even though we're going up against like 7-3, 7-2, 7-1 centers, we'll have a fighting chance when it comes to rebounding. But of course, they're still going to slightly outboard y'all, but with how much better of a build you're going to be overall, it's really not going to do much, trust me. As for y'all speed, again, you want to be extremely fast, way faster than most centers, which most centers on this game have like a 40-50 speed. You want to have a 66 speed. You're going to get, pretty sure, high flying denier, of course. You want to also have a 50, yes, 50 agility. You can go up to 55 if you want to, but it's not really going to make that much of a difference. Trust me, go with the 50 agility. I've been playing on center for a while. I know what I'm talking about, you feel me, you feel me. As for your strength, this is where we're only going to be using our +1 cat breaker on. This is where our +1 cat breaker is going to go to. We're going to be using our +1 cat breaker to get the 91 strength, which gives us brick wall on go. That's what you're going to want to use your +1 cat breaker on, you feel me, you feel me. That's what you're going to use. You'll be able to set big body screens and things of that nature. And for y'all vertical, obviously, so we can jump and obviously not be able to jump. Like who don't want to jump? Like that just sounds crazy. But anyway, obviously, so you'll be able to jump good and grab boards and things of that nature. And you also get gold, pogo stick, rise up, aerial wizard, silver high flying denier. We're gonna be able to basically be all around devious on this build. And as y'all can see, this is pretty much the finished template of the build, but I do like to add a little bit of free throw, you feel me, you feel me. And obviously, since we don't really play perimeter almost at all, we're not gonna be playing perimeter. You can add perimeter if you really care about it, but even then, as y'all can see, you're only gonna get to 55. So hey, it's up to y'all. Do y'all want 55 perimeter, or do y'all want, like, what is it, a 60? Yeah, 60 still, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, do you want 55 perimeter, or do you want 60 still? Whichever one you value more, obviously upgrade it to your liking, you feel me, you feel me. Me, I don't really play perimeter much, like, at all, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. So this is how I went with it. Now obviously, if you have way more cat breakers than most people, if you have like 10 15 cat breakers or whatever, you feel me, obviously I want to go ahead and drop your offensive rebound to like a 94. You want to upgrade your your strength to like a 91. And clearly, if you have like 15 20 cat breakers, you want to go ahead and drop your standing dunk down to an 85. You feel me. This way, obviously, if you have 15 cat breakers, 5 to your standing dunk, 5 to your offensive rebound, 5 to your strength, you're going to have a 96 strength, a 99 O-board, a 90 standing dunk. You'll be able to make the build way better all around, be able to add it to wherever you want to, you feel me. In my opinion, you might as well just go 2 on the interior. I'm saying drop 1 off the passing accuracy. This way you'll be able to put 1 cat breaker towards your passing accuracy, go 87 passing accuracy and things of that nature. Exactly 83, obviously if you lower your weight down to 252 pounds, you'll be able to upgrade your vertical to 83. This way, if you have 99 rebound, you're also going to be able to get pogo stick on Hall of Fame and go stupid with that, you feel me. And this is pretty much how y'all want to set up the build. Obviously, if you have 15 cat breakers, go crazy, do whatever you want to, you feel me. And obviously, in my opinion, since you have a little bit more points left, you might as well just put the rest of your points on your block, and the rest obviously on the free throw. It's not really going to matter too much. But look, man, this is the cat breaker version of this build, you feel me. But the takeovers is very similar to the other takeovers on the other build, obviously. And for the build name, we do in fact get Shades of Jack Sigma, Donovan Cliggan again, and my boy Goga. And for the build name, we do in fact get a versatile enforcer, which is pretty devious in my opinion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the last build of the video, this is actually the build that I dropped in the beginning of 2K, which was my perfect center build video when we found out that you would get a cat breaker every single season, which in my opinion still very much holds up to this day. Obviously, if you have like 10 15 cat breakers, the build is going to be even better than it already is. But what I want to do is go 7 feet. For the weight, I want to go 246 pounds. And for the wingspan, yes, I know this might be crazy, it might sound crazy as well, but you want to go 7'3" wingspan. Trust me, bro, it's going to be one of the most devious centers you're going to want to use ever. And obviously, since we want the 7'3" wingspan, our shooting is going to be very nuts. Same thing with our 3-ball. It's going to be very nuts. But since obviously a lot of more players have like 10, 15 cat breakers now, most of y'all are going to be able to go even crazier with this center. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, I'm going to show you how to set up the like the 10, 15 cat breaker version of this build. But if you have more cat breakers, you're going to be able to drop your mid-range down to all the way to 84 and get even more stats on this already perfect build, in my opinion. You want to go with a 90 standing dunk, of course, obviously. So when we're in the paint, we want to be dominating and dunking 24/7. And also have a 70 driving dunk on this build, so we get I'm pretty sure park dunks and alley-oops, that's crazy, and stuff like that. You feel me? With a 90 standing dunk, which is kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That gold rise up is going to be crazy. You feel me? As for y'all post control, just leave this at 60. You're going to have post fade phenom on bronze, even though it would be a little bit more better if we had it on high. If we had it a lot higher, which you'll be able to get a lot higher if you sacrifice that mid-range shot. If you have like 10 cat breakers, but hey, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's for the end of this build, you feel me? But anyway, for y'all close shot, y'all want to leave it at exactly 84. This is the perfect close shot. I don't care what no one says. It's absolutely perfect in my opinion. For y'all passing accuracy, again, this was the build that I made in Season 2, the perfect center build that I made in Season 2. So I left it at 86 passing accuracy. And obviously, since y'all have like six cat breakers, you want to go ahead and put one cat breaker towards your passing accuracy, of course. As for y'all block, again, this is the perfect center. Since your arms are shorter, you're going to want to have way higher block than most centers, you feel me? So you want to go with that 93 block. And obviously, for y'all rebounding stats, again, we do have shorter arms. So we're going to have 91 rebounding, which is the most questionable part of this build. Trust me, I know. But since we do, in fact, get 5 cat breakers, we're going to have 96 O-board, which is going to give us Hall of Fame rebound chasers. So we're really not missing anything. For the base version of this build, obviously for like 5-6 cat breakers, you want to go with the 80 defensive rebound. Trust me, I played on this all season. It's not that crazy. It really just depends on positioning. For y'all speed, you want to go with the 70 speed. And for y'all agility, I want to go with the 55 agility. You feel me? And for the strength, I know this might sound crazy, but you only really need about an 89 strength. And obviously, if you have more cat breakers, clearly you can go higher strength. Of course, go crazy. You feel me? That's up to y'all. But for y'all vertical, you want to go with like 83. Yes, 83. Vertical. For the free throw, I did in fact go with an 80 free throw on this build when I first made it, which was kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna cap. You don't really need an 80 free throw, but I wanted to make it super easy to green every free throw in the game and shoot like lights out. So I want the 80 free throw. You really only need like a 70 in my opinion. But for your interior defense, obviously, so you can play good interior defense, you have a 7'3" wingspan. You need at least an 82 or an 88 interior to, in my opinion, to compete on this build. For y'all still, obviously you want to have a 60 still to be able to get them lane steals. And for y'all perimeter, go ahead and upgrade this to about a solid 45, you feel me? Obviously, I did say that this was the day one version of this build, and I put my last points on my free throw. And again, if y'all skip through and y'all don't know what I'm doing for this build, I did in fact put 5 cat breakers and 1 cat breaker towards my passing accuracy. I put 1 on here and 5 on my old board. But since clearly a lot of y'all have like 10-15 cat breakers now, we can make this build 10 times better. What y'all basically want to do is drop y'all standing dunk to exactly 85 and drop y'all mid-range shot to exactly 84. This way, if you have 15 cat breakers on this game, you now have a lot more points to work with. Whether you want to go with the 70 post control and get, you know what I'm saying, silver post fade, phenom, and go stupid on that. Whether you want to get some more interior defense and go even crazier on this, or if you want to upgrade your strength and get a little bit stronger, you feel me? Or you can do it all together, you feel me? You can get some strength, you can get some interior defense. Well, not that much, but you're going to be able to get some interior defense and go stupid with that, you feel me? Just like this, and bam, boom, bow. You're going to have way more strength. You're going to have more interior defense, so you'll be able to play way better defense. Plus, since you have like 5, 10, 15 cat breakers, whatever you have, you're going to have high standing dunk, high shooting, high rebounding regardless. Or if you don't really care about your interior defense, which I know a lot of players on this game do not care about, go ahead and just slap all the rest of them points onto your defensive rebound. You might as well. A little bit more points. It's not going to hurt nobody. You feel me? But, hey, however cat breakers you have, clearly be able to do a lot more with this perfect build and go stupid with it. But look, man, go ahead and do what y'all will. This is the actual 5 to 6 cat breaker version of this build. And as for the takeovers on this build, we get a whole ton of takeovers. I'm not gonna lie, this is why I did say it. It is the perfect center, in my opinion. You get a lot more takeovers. But again, like I said, depending on how many cat breakers you have, obviously this build is going to be way, way better. But look, as for the shades on this build, we get Jack Sigma, I probably said his name wrong, Nicola, and Donovan. Again, Donovan Clingan has to be like 2K's all around demigod center variant. Like, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, we get a 2-way 3-level board hunter for the name of this build. But listen, man, before this video ends, I know a lot of people are going to ask me what are my animations on my center. Now, this is one of my center build animations. I just hopped on a random center. Don't really matter too much. But hey, as y'all can see, I use LeBron passing style, a whole bunch of regular dribbling animations. Doesn't really matter too much. Same thing for the scoring moves and things of that nature. I'm about to show y'all my job. The most important thing in the animation tab is the motion style, which is Anthony Davis, in my opinion, the best animation, motion style in the game. You can use Bam Adebayo or Drew Eubanks. That's up to y'all, you feel me? But the most important thing, in my opinion, in the whole animations tab, except the motion style, is clearly the jump shot. I use PJ Washington base, Charles Bassey, Karl Lee Towns, and for the Blend and release speed, I use push, which doesn't really matter if y'all use rhythm shooting. 100% on the release speed, 44% Charles Bassey, and 56% Karl Anthony Towns. But look, man, if y'all did in fact enjoy this video, man, go ahead and drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on them post notifications because that top 10 build video is coming very, very soon. But look, man, I'm out this joint. Peace.